I'm going to show you how I make a cottage pie. Now this is not your traditional cottage pie. No sir, so before you say, oh the top is orange, Liam, it's not a cottage pie. I know. Instead of boring old white potatoes, I'm using seasonal veg like sweet potatoes and butternut squash. The base of our cottage pie begins with the holy trifecta of food: celery, onion and carrot. I finely slice these vegetables and throw them into a pan with some extra virgin olive oil and sweat those down for around 10 minutes. Do this on a medium heat and really sweat these down and let them soften. After about 10 minutes, season with salt and pepper, then we're going to add our meat. I'm using minced beef with only 5% fat, so a slightly leaner minced beef here. Normally I would use something a bit fattier, around 15 to 20%, but me and my wife are trying to be a bit healthier, so this is just a personal choice. If you want the full flavor, go for the fattier stuff for sure. Season generously with salt and pepper, then let this meat crispen up and caramelize a little bit for around 10 minutes. Next we're going to add tomato puree and mix that in too. Add your red wine, then your cooking paste. I found this Guinness cooking paste which adds a super rich and sweet flavor to the dish, but if you can't get your hands on this, just use some beef stock and a tablespoon of honey. Finally, I added some bone broth and then my aromatics, which were just bay leaves and some fresh thyme. Again, if you can't find bone broth, use beef stock, it'll work just fine. Let that simmer for around 20 minutes on a low heat until it's thickened up a little bit. While that's going on, you can peel your sweet potatoes. Now I didn't record this, but before cooking, you're going to have to put your sweet potatoes and butternut squash in the oven to roast. I wrap my sweet potatoes in foil, and as for the butternut squash, I just cut it in half, add some extra virgin olive oil and season with salt and pepper. I roast them at 200 degrees Celsius for around 1 hour, hour and a half until they've softened nicely. Once peeled, add a lot of butter, some cheddar cheese, season with salt, and then mash away. I use a fork because this is super tender, so there's really no need for fancy equipment, but you could always throw this in a food processor if you wanted. Next, you're ready to start assembling your cottage pie. Take an oven-safe baking dish, then add your meat filling. After that, all you're going to do is lather on your sweet potato and butternut squash mash, spread it out nice and evenly, then use the back of your fork to score the top. Finally, top this whole thing off with some freshly grated parmesan and cheddar cheese. Once it looks like this, you're ready to start baking. Throw this into the oven at 190 degrees Celsius or 375 Fahrenheit. Once that top is golden brown and crispy and it's bubbling away, that's when you know it's ready. Let this cool for around 15 to 20 minutes before serving, then you're ready to dive in and enjoy. A beautiful way to use seasonal veg this autumn. While the temperature's dropping, this is a perfect way to warm up. Super quick and easy. I hope you enjoyed it. This should give you around 6 servings, so if you make this, let me know, tag me in it please, I want to see your creations. If you enjoyed this recipe, please like, subscribe, it goes a long way for a small content creator like myself. Now you can watch me absolutely devour this cottage pie. Thanks for watching. Wow. That is so good.